But my only stumble came for your Denver Nuggets, Nathaniel. And I wanted to ask you, guys sitting high atop Denver, one of the prominent voices in the area, runs an entire sports network dedicated to the local teams. How does it feel in Denver right now? Because the mainstream media is already burying the team, right? Like Barkley has said the Timberwolves are going to win this series. They might even sweep. Simmons came out this morning and his podcast was all about what happens when the Timberwolves sweep the Nuggets. Right here on this network, Martin Weiss yesterday on Lemon Pepper Parlay declared it absolutely over. And to my eyes and ears, like, they're still the defending champ. They still have the best player in the world. I don't quite understand why the dirt is being tossed, but is that dirt being tossed locally as well?
Oh, the dirt was tossed in the first quarter of game 2, and some of it was actually loosened up with one of those old school garden weasels that you get at Ace Hardware before you even got to the end of game 1. Look, I said it back when it happened in the regular season. I continued to say it even during the series against the Lakers. Anybody that thought getting the 1 seed wasn't important had their head it was important because the worst team for the Nuggets to match up with in the 8-team playoff was the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they should have been doing everything they could to make sure that they did not see the T-Wolves until at least the Western Conference Finals. And they didn't. They screwed around. They lost to the Spurs in San Antonio and blew their chance at the number 1 seed. So first of all, in my opinion, the dirt started to be prepared on the end of the shovel when they screwed that up. Look, the Lakers are a team that you can get down to in the first half and turn around and beat them in the fourth quarter because they run out of energy. And that's exactly what the Nuggets did in the gentleman's sweep that happened in the first round. You can't do that against Ant-Man and the rest of the Minnesota Timberwolves, regardless of whether Rudy Gobert is there or not. And I'd argue that they actually played better in game 2 because he wasn't there in terms of how they had to game plan that entire thing. So I give the T-Wolves a lot of credit. Look, this team is toast. Do I believe you might see a gentleman's sweep? Do I think they can win one of the games on either Friday or Sunday in Minneapolis? Yes. Do I also think that this team knows where they're at? Yes, I do. And I think Joker knows where he's at. Jamal Murray is injured, much the way that we talked about on Monday's podcast with Luka Doncic with the Dallas Mavericks. It's the same kind of thing right now with Jamal. So you put all of those things together, and right now the entire Minnesota team is living rent-free inside the Nuggets' head, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.